One
Audible
second.
ആണോ?
Good morning, everyone. This is our day 5 of our 5-day online FDP. Today, the morning session is about teaching pedagogy, and we have with us Ms. Anna Joseph, NBA Coordinator and Assistant Professor, Jyothi Engineering College. Now, I request Mr. Suhas Nair S., Assistant Professor, Jyothi Engineering College, to introduce the speaker to our audience.
Thank you, Ms. Surya. A very warm and heartfelt welcome to all the esteemed faculty members joining us for this insightful session for our faculty development program on innovation in civil engineering, integrating geospatial technologies, structural monitoring, AI and sustainability, organized by Department of Civil Engineering, Jyothi Engineering College. It is both an honor and a privilege to welcome our own Ms. Anna Joseph, Assistant Professor in the Department of Civil Engineering and esteemed NBA Coordinator of our institution, Jyothi Engineering College. With over a decade of experience in academia, Ms. Anna Joseph has been a pillar of excellence in our department. Her specialization in environmental engineering brings both technical and depth and academic position to her teaching and departmental contributions. She is deeply committed to the continuous improvement of the academic quality and student-centered learning. In her vital role as NBA coordinator, Ms. Anna Joseph ensures that our engineering programs meet and exceeds the standard of outcome-based education and national benchmarks. She actively participates in workshops and training sessions related to NBA processes and accreditation practices, and is always engaging in the continuous upgradation of her knowledge in this domain. Her dedication and meticulous approach have significantly strengthened our quality assurance system. We are truly delighted to have her with us. So let us all join together virtually in extending a warm round of applause to Ms. Anna Joseph. We look forward to your valuable insight, thoughtful guidance, and an engaging session ahead. Thank you. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Suhas sir, for welcoming me to this session. Good morning, all, for this FDP, and I'll share my screen. Am I audible? Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Hope you can see my screen. Is it visible?
Yes, ma'am, but please put it in the full screen mode.
I have put it in the full screen.
Screen is visible, ma'am.
Is it in the full screen?
No, ma'am.
The full screen.
No.
No, ma'am, not changed yet.
So,
Participants kindly wait. We are getting the technical glitches done. Now it's visible, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, good morning, everybody. I'm Anna Joseph, as Suhas sir told, from Department of Civil Engineering in Jyothi Engineering College. And, uh, and this is a part of our FDP. You might be thinking like, why we have included this thing in our FDP, nothing related to our innovations or things like that. But one thing that we all are always into is NBA. So in NBA, actually this year, that is a critical time for NBA where we are actually changing a pace, changing the mode of thinking about NBA. There are different changes. In 2024, actually for a Tier 1 institution, the new NBA guidelines came into existence. And in 2025 January, for Tier 2, they released the new scheme. And we had a time of time up to June 30th, 2025 to have that I mean, both scheme we could go for the new scheme or old scheme. From June 30th, we can only go for the new scheme. And there are several differences in the new scheme where we were all having 12 PUs. Okay, so that is shifted to 11. So a drastic change is there in the NBA guidelines. So this is just an introduction where we can just know about what are the differences from the old scheme, and I'll be just going through some of the things into it. Okay, so if we can have some doubt, you can ask in between. So is my screen changing? Okay. Uh, there was some confusion in between. So MBA accreditation, as we all know, that's all about outcome-based education. And when we say about outcome-based education, it is all about a constant improvement. So regularly we have to check what are the things that has not happened in last year, and we will be incorporating in the new things. So we will be focusing on what are the things that we need to give to the students. So initially, before this came into existence, we had an input-output model where we were giving the lecture, teaching all these things, and the students were going out, and we were not collecting feedbacks from the students or from the places where they work. And that was just going on like that. Then we introduced this NBA and this OB, and OB is very much familiar to us nowadays, where we all think about what are the improvements. Constantly, we will be thinking about what are the improvements that we can go about. And new NBA scheme, actually, they say about GAPC, or Graduate Aptitude and Professional Competencies. So graduate aptitudes, we always think that 12 POs, we were calling them graduate attributes. And professional competency, it is not only the skills that we have to give, we have to empower them to be employable and ethically okay. So we need the students to be professionally competent. Now we need to have our students employable, and we need to make them in such a situation where they can give good societal contribution and with good ethical engineers. Okay, so that is what actually the new scheme of NBA is directing us. And these are the major changes that is incorporated in the new NBA scheme. That is 12 POs, that we had 12 POs for long years. And it is actually, now we have only 11 POs. And we had 10 criteria. So we all know we had 10 criteria for NBA. That is actually shifted to 9 criteria. Then one of the major changes which is implemented is implementation of sustainable goals. As we all know, the sustainable goals was implemented by UN, and we are supposed to achieve it by 2030. And now the NBA has incorporated in its criteria so that we will be able to achieve the sustainable goal by 2030. And another major change that is little confusing, that is the knowledge attitude profile, WK. Okay, so that is a different thing that like POs, they have introduced another thing, that is knowledge attitude profile. And compared to the older scheme where we were looking at into Washington account, only Washington account. But now they have incorporated something related to Sydney account and also Dublin account. What they have thought about it is like our students are going to different places where they have taken some things. So major base is again Washington account, and now we have incorporated the other two accounts, that is the Dublin account and the okay, so we'll just look into the program outcomes. Program outcomes, we have 11 program outcomes as we told. When we look into it, the engineering knowledge, again, problem analysis, design development, conduct investigation of complex problems, no change. So all these are the same as our older POs. Then engineering tool usage. Then the next one is engineering and the work, where up to PO5 there is no change, and PO6 before PO6 actually changed. That is actually removed. That is in that was related to sustainability. Now NBA incorporated sustainability everywhere, and they removed the PO of sustainability. Then the seventh one is ethics. Then eighth one is individual and collaborative teamwork, communication, project management and finance, lifelong learning. All other POs are almost the same, just word changes might be there. And you can see there is WK1 to 4, like that it is written. That is, this PO1 is actually in combination with this WKs. I'll explain what is this WKs. And WK, that is the knowledge and attitude profile. This WK, actually the name is from Washington Knowledge and Attitude Profile. That is why it is W1 like that. And we have 9 WKs, that is knowledge and attitude profile. We have 9 things, that is we need knowledge, then we need an attitude to give that knowledge. So that is the 2 things that we are incorporating. So I'll just brief what is the different WKs. That is the WK1. It basically says about the theory-based understanding natural sciences, and WK2, that is based on mathematics, numerical analysis, etc. This is the same as the our PO1 and 2. Okay, it is almost same as your PO1 and 2, and it is actually mapped with that. And in WK3, there is fundamentals of engineering. Then WK4, you have specific knowledge of theoretical frameworks and things. That is a specialized knowledge in some areas. And WK5, that is the we have how to design, what to design. Okay, so we need to design things, that is based on what all things, that is efficient resource use, then what are the environmental impact, cost, reuse, etc. So all these things we have to make in mind. That is, we are going to combine the sustainability with the design aspects. So that is where this comes into practice, and knowledge of engineering practice, where we will be using the modern tools and things like that. And WK7, that is the role of engineering in society. So what are the things? Engineer and society, directly related to our PO as engineer and society. And WK8 is what is the status of current research? So that is basically with our projects, how can we link with the projects? That is current literature, then critical thinking and creative approaches to the emerging situation. So we will be taking some of the emerging situations where we'll be applying all this. So this comes with the project. And WK9 is about ethics, and this knowledge attitude profile basically deals with the behavioral factor. So now we all say that the students have this kind of problems. So we are actually trying to make them have a good conduct, how to behave, how to ethically respond with the things. Okay, so these are the nine knowledge and attitude profiles, and these are mapped with POs. So WK1 is mapped with POs 1, 2, and 6. Likewise, WK2 with 1, 2, and 5. And WK3, it is mapped with 1 and 2 POs. WK4 is again mapped with 1 and 2. WK5 is mapped with POs 3 and 6. Likewise, WK6 is mapped with 5 and 6, 7 with 6, and 8 with 4 and 11, 9 with 7. Some of the POs are not mapped with WKs. And entering into the evaluation criteria, I have put a comparison between the old evaluation criteria and the new evaluation criteria. So in old, as I already told, there were 10 criterion, where in two new one, we have only 9 criteria. And if we compare in program level criteria, we had from 1 to 7, and institute 9 to 10. So institute level criteria have compressed. Only one criteria is for institute level, that is 9. Then the program level criteria is from 1 to 8. So there are a number of difference inside the criteria also. The criteria are not the same. And if you see, if we are checking with the tier 1 and tier 2, both for tier 1 and tier 2, we have the similar kind of marking system. So there is no much difference in tier 1 and tier 2. There are basically a small difference in between here and there. But basically, I'll be dealing with the tier 2 institute, and tier 1, once you understand the tier 2, tier 1 is not very difficult to understand. So I'll be basically dealing with the tier 2 one. Okay, but the marking system, there is no difference between tier 1 and tier. So this is the comparison between tier 1 and tier 2. So first we will discuss about the program level criteria. So if we see the names of the criteria, it is outcome-based curriculum, outcome-based teaching learning, outcome-based assessment. Okay, so they have changed the name. Others, the name change is not there. Student performance, faculty information and contribution, facilities, continuous improvement, student support. Okay, so first 3 criteria, actually they have changed the name. Accordingly, there is a lot of change inside also. So we'll start with the outcome-based curriculum. That is the criteria 1. We have 120 marks for this criteria 1. Then if we see, so if anybody have already dealt with criteria 1, when you see, there is no much change. Okay, so we had 60 marks for criteria 1 before. That is the old scheme where now it is 40 marks in this part where we were going for 60 marks. Okay, so 60 is reduced to 40 marks and other 120 marks it is added. Rest of the things are added for the. Okay, so stating the vision, mission of the institute and the department. So we will be having a vision and mission of the institute in compliance with the vision and mission of the college. Then we will be defining PUs, 2 to 3 PUs we will be defining for the program. That is also we will be defining. There is so procedures for that. That is, we'll be having stakeholders meeting. We'll be taking inputs from stakeholders. Different stakeholders are there. Stakeholders like students, then alumni, parents, industrial experts, and all these things. From them, we will be taking the inputs, and then we will be defining the vision and mission of the department. This vision and mission of the department should be always aligned with the vision and mission of the institute. Okay. So then dissemination of vision and mission. We know where and when we have kept all this in HOD room, in our staff rooms, then where in our labs. So when and where we have disseminated the mission and mission, then mapping PEOs with mission. We have to map our mission and mission with the PUs. Okay, so we have already done. If we are gone through the older scheme, this is the old criteria 1. So next in criteria 1, we have another part, that is the curriculum structure and features. So it is having 30 marks, and this includes the old criteria. If we speak about the old criteria, first part of the criteria 2 is in the criteria 1. Okay, so in which we will be defining the program curriculum structure. We will be defining what all things are there. Then components of program curriculum. So in components of program curriculum, there is a table where we will be specifying what are the curriculum components like basic sciences, basic engineering, core, what are the electives, all these things we will be specifying. Then what is the percentage of the total, in total, what is the percentage for basic sciences, core engineering, like that we will be specifying. That is according to our syllabus. So we will be taking our syllabus and checking and writing these components for the program curriculum. Then we will be writing a procedure where what are the how we will be finding out the gaps. Okay, so we have a university curriculum if we are under a university. Otherwise, we will be developing a the autonomous institution will be developing their own curriculum. So autonomous institution, as I told, tier 1 will be having a slight difference. It is not the same as I am showing you. That this is for the tier 2, where they are under a university. So we'll be checking out the curriculum, where we'll be finding out what are the gaps in attaining the PUs specified by ND. Okay, so we have the program outcomes. To attain that program outcomes, what all things are lacking in the university curriculum, that we will be finding out. Then we can take curriculum, that is the curriculum gaps. Then we can have those gaps from faculty, and also if needed we can take the gaps from senior academician, industry also. Sometimes we can take these gaps because we need to make the students ready for the industry. So that is our ultimate aim. So we can take only curriculum gap is not a good procedure of analyzing the gaps. Okay, so we actually found out the gaps, and we will be we have to deliver. Okay, we found out that this much are the gaps for the process, and then we will be finding out what are the delivery, how we can deliver. So sometimes we might need a industrial talk. Sometimes we might need a expert in that area. Might be some academician or some people who are working in the field. So all these things we need to incorporate, and we need to this we were doing in the older system also. Then these two actually, this 1.2 and it is completely from the old criteria 2. And this is again, this part 1.3 and 1.4 is from the old criteria 3. So who are dealing with criteria 3, we could should have known this. Okay, so PO, PSO, they are mapping with courses. So we have 15 marks for this. And for course articulation metrics, we have 25 marks. So first we will be collecting the COs of different courses. Then we will be finding out, we will be mapping the courses with POs and PSOs. First thing we will be doing, we will be collecting all the courses, map the course with POs and PSOs. Then the next thing we will be doing is we will be collecting how the COs are mapped with POs. So in every subject, we will be mapping this POs with the 11, now 11 POs, and we will be collecting the different course COPO mapping we will be collecting. We have this course articulation metrics and program articulation metrics. So it is the same as the old scheme where we have actually given a name like course articulation metrics and program articulation metrics. So course articulation metrics is just COPO mapping, and program articulation metric is we will be taking whole courses and average of the POs mapped we will be collecting. So it is a big metrics table where we will be having all the courses from first year to final year. We will be putting all the names of the courses, average of the POs. Then we will be finding out the course articulation, program articulation metrics. So course articulation metrics is about COs, and program articulation metrics is basically about POs. So that is about criteria 1. So criteria 1 includes the old criteria 1, first part of the criteria 2, and first part of the criteria 3 in the old scheme. And criterion 2, that is the outcome-based teaching learning. Again, it is having 120 marks. Before also, the criteria 2 was having 120 marks. The mark was not reduced. Then, whenever we talk about the teaching learning process, Bloom's taxonomy is very important. And as we all know, Bloom's taxonomy, there are 3 different domains, that is cognitive domain, psychomotor domain, and affective domain. And this cognitive domain is actually very familiar to all of us, where remembering, understanding, applying, analyzing, evaluating, and creating. So might be those of all who have gone for MBA will be having this in our staff rooms, everywhere. We can see this cognitive taxonomy, where psychomotor and affective, actually we have some sort of the psychomotor development in our system also, where we will be, when we are doing the labs, when we are doing the projects, this psychomotor domain will be getting into, so what all things that we do with our psychomotor skill. Okay, so what are things which we do with our psychomotor, that comes under psychomotor domain. And affective domain is basically about the emotions, ethics, and all those kind of values that which we give, that is the affective domain. Okay, so am I empathetic? All those things will be coming in the affective domain. So this is a great thing about the Bloom's taxonomy. We have 3, that is cognitive, psychomotor, and affective domain. All these 3 should be given to the student. Then only the cycle is complete. So criteria 3. So we'll be describing the process of teaching learning. So we'll be telling what all process we have followed. Might be the classroom teaching, flipped classroom. Then we can have micro projects, mini projects, all those things which we are giving to our students, we will be describing in the first part of the criteria 2. And quality of student project. Okay. So that is the second part of it. This was also there in our older scheme, where we were describing how we are selecting the projects, and how students are doing it. Okay. How we are evaluating is not coming under criteria 2. That is criteria 3. Then internship and industrial training. So when we talk about the internship and industrial training, what NBA specifically are initiating is, like we should have Some of us will be doing it. Some of us might not be doing it. So we have to do it. That is about the internships and industrial training. After the internships and industrial training, we should ask the students to present what is the experience that they have got, and we have to allow all other students to get it from it. Okay, so when one person is telling about their experience, all other students will be finally understanding what is happening in that industry. One person might have gone in one industry, other person might have gone in another place. So all these things we have to take care. And industrial training. So if somebody is going for industrial training, also the same thing that we have to follow. That we have to make sure that this is happening. That carryover of what is their experience should be happening. So might be initial stages of our next semester we can try doing it. Then seminar and mini projects, that is that was there the same as the older scheme. And case studies and real life examples. So this is typically something different from what we expect. That is in our subject. So if I teaching environmental engineering, can I incorporate some real life examples? So can I give a design of a septic tank, which is actually going to happen? So those kind things. So can we have a real life case studies? Or can I take the students for IV for the particular thing what I am teaching? Okay, so that is about the seminar, case studies and real life examples. So that when we have to give a table where we are telling all about what all things in all semesters in each academic year, what all real life examples we have incorporated, that we have to then SWAYAM NPTEL MOOC. So if we are doing the MOOC, we are getting 10 marks. Okay, so they will be checking out with the certificates and things like that. Then 2.7, solving complex engineering problems, incorporating sustainability goals. So this is a drastic change which then we have incorporated. That is a incorporating sustainability goals. So you can see there are 17 SDG goals. So no poverty, zero hunger, good health and well-being, quality education, gender equality, clean water and sanitation, affordable clean energy, decent work and economic growth, industry innovation, reduction of inequality, sustainable cities, responsible production and consumption, climatic action, life below water, life on land, peace and justice, partnership for good. So actually, how can we incorporate these SDGs in our curriculum or in basic? Basically, it is not only about projects. Okay. So when we talk, we always think like, okay, shall we do some projects, and in that we can incorporate not only in projects, in day to day our each syllabus can we have a micro project, or can we have a something which is incorporated, or something which can enhance this SDG goals. So we have to attain it by 2030. So that is we are almost near, only 5 years are left. So we actually have to run in a faster pace. So that is why NB also included in, so that the students will have that kind of a thinking from uh, where we are studying. So it is actually late in our students, where my children are studying. They are saying about this SDGs and things like that. For us, our students, let them learn now. Okay, so that is one thing. So in projects, we can include micro projects, seminar, or wherever we can incorporate the sustainability goals. And we can, if you see that carries 20 marks. So we actually have to do it. Then industry interaction. So what are the industry specialized programs that we conduct? Then do we have an industry lab? Things like that. That is about the industry interaction. So this is all about criteria 2. And when we talk about criteria 2, these are some of the assessment tools. So we know that is direct attainment is there, indirect attainment is there. So just before going to criteria 3, these are the assessment tools. So we will be writing about all these assessment tools in here in criteria 2, and we will be evaluating that in the criteria 3. Okay. Then criteria 3. Criteria 3, basically, first part of the criteria 3 is about the write-ups, where we have to specifically write about what all things are happening. That is evaluation of continuous assessment. So what all things that we do. We already specified that we have a unit test. How do we evaluate? How much percentage is coming? Then we have assignments. What kind of assignments we give? All these things we will be elaborating in criteria 3. Then we have how is the semester end exam? Then laboratory work, industrial training, internship. So this industrial training and internship, we have to evaluate. I told that in criteria 2, we need, and we will be sending students or saying that these students are going to this much industry in criteria 3, where we will be evaluating that with the rubrics, specific rubrics in criteria 3. Then evaluation of projects, that already we have a system of evaluation of projects that we have to keep and show to them. Then evidence of addressing sustainable development goals. So how we are addressing the sustainable goals. So how we are evaluating this sustainable goals. We incorporated the sustainable goals in criteria 2, and now they are asking how we are evaluating the criteria in criteria 3. Then again, the all things, that is the attainment course outcome and attainment of program outcome. So we will be describing the things, we will be calculating the attainment. So attainment calculation, we were doing in the older scheme, the same way we have to do it in the new scheme also. So this is the program outcome. So we already told there is a direct attainment and indirect attainment, and overall attainment we have to calculate with the direct and indirect attainment. Okay, both we have to consider, and then we will be calculating the overall attainment. Okay, so that's all about criteria 3. Criteria 3 basically is an evaluation process where we will be evaluating each thing that we specified in the criteria 2. Okay, and criteria 4 is students' performance. That basically does not have much change. The criteria 8, actually the first year academics, is now more. So some part of the criteria 8 have shifted to criteria 4. That is the major change which happened in criteria 4. So basically criteria 4 is almost the same as the older criteria. So first is the enrollment ratio. So first year enrollment ratio that we have to calculate. Second is success rate of students, success rate. So that we were calculating before. So how much students with backlog, without backlog, all these things we have to specifically tell in the success rate. Then academic performance of first year. This 4.3 is actually was the old criteria 8. Okay, it was in old criteria 8. That is now in criteria 4. Okay, so we were basically doing the academic performance of second and third year. Now we have included the first year also. So according to the university result, we will be finding out the academic performance first, second, and third year. Then placement, higher studies, and entrepreneurship. That is having 30 marks, where how much percentage of students is going for higher studies and entrepreneurship. Okay, so that is 50%. We should have placement, higher studies, and combined together. We need 50% of in 4.6. Then professional activities. Professional activities, what are the professional bodies we have in the department? That is the first criteria, where we will be specifically telling these are the different professional bodies that we have. Then the next criteria, where the students' participation. So in international, national events, how many students? So we have to have a table where we'll be specifying the name of students, name of event, which criteria, that is state, international, or national, where they participated. So this was there in the older scheme also. Then publication of journal, magazine, and newsletter in the department. So department, we need a department magazine and newsletter or journals if we have. So this will be giving us 5 marks. And 4.7.4, that is a newcomer. Actually, student publication. So student publication is specifically given 5 marks. Okay. So if students are publishing based on the percentage that they are specifying, we will be given the marks for it. Evaluation guidelines for this scheme, actually 2025 June is not released till now. So after the release of that, we can check into for tier 2. Okay, tier 1 it is already released, and we can find out. Most of them we can look into tier 1 if we are going for evaluation guidelines, and same thing might be followed here also, but evaluation guidelines for this is not released. So student publication is a new comer in the criteria. Actually, we were incorporating this student publication in between, but now it is specifically an area where we can. Okay. So this is all about criteria 4, where it was all about students from first year to final year, what happened to the students. And now coming into criteria 5. When we talk about criteria 5, we had the old criteria 5 was faculty information and contribution. Okay, now we NBA split it into 2, that is faculty information is criteria 5 and faculty contribution is criteria 6. So actually now faculty have to run faster, because the marks for criteria 6 is 120, where faculty information marks is only 100. Where in this criteria 5, we'll be just giving the informations, where in criteria 6, we have to actually have the activities what the faculty, research or FDP, whatever it is, that is added in the criteria 6. So criteria 5, it is faculty information. First, we have to include, we know that we have to give a list of faculty. So if we look into it, we can see an upper number for faculty. So we actually, those all, if any, it is specified, but it is better to have an upper ID. Before it, they were not asking about specifically. So now we actually, it is better to have an upper ID with academic rank of credits. So that is one thing. So initially we need to give a list of faculty with this. This is the format for that. And we will be calculating the student faculty ratio. So this is all the same as the older scheme, faculty student ratio, faculty qualification. So how much PhD doctorate staff is there, then MTech. So required faculty, they will be calculating when we are putting it into the when we are uploading the SAR, they will be calculating the faculty qualification by itself. Okay, so we need to give only X and Y, others they will be calculating by itself. Then faculty cadre proportion, that is required faculty, that is professors, associate professors, and assistant professor. Okay, so what does that mean? So when we give the faculty data, so once we upload the faculty data, from there they will be fetching all this data. So we are giving associate professor, assistant professor, like that. We are specifying in the first table. So once we specify there, they will be calculating by itself. And if we need to calculate by ourselves, there is equations given in the SAR format. So if anybody needs it, I will give the link for that. Okay. So that is about faculty cadre proportion. And visiting and adjunct faculty, this was also there in the older scheme. If we are having a visiting faculty, we will be getting 1 marks, and if we continuously for 3 years, if we have, we will be getting 10 marks. Okay. Then faculty retention, if we have 100% faculty retention, we'll get 10 marks. Accordingly, if it reduces, the marks will be reduced. So that is about criteria 5. It is just faculty information. So what all things are available in the department with the faculty, that is. The second part is about faculty contribution. So faculty contribution is of 120 marks, and there is a lot of difference compared to the older contribution. So we were collecting the data for criteria 5 in the criteria 5 for contribution also. So here there are some difference. Major difference I will discuss here. That is, one is membership. So how many faculty is having membership in societies, national and international societies related to our department. So that is the first new thing that is there. Then, so first, membership of professional society. The second thing is faculty as a resource person. Okay, as a resource person and participant. If we compare the older scheme, we were getting 15 marks just like that if we were participating in an FDP. Now they have splitted it into 10 and 5, where 5 marks is for faculty as a resource person. So how many faculty is going as a resource person, acting as a resource person in STTP or FDP will get 5 marks, and participation will be getting 10 marks. Another introduction to criteria 6 is faculty certification of MOOC. Okay, so how many faculty of the department is getting certified? So each in evaluation guidelines for tier 1, they are specifying that if 30% of faculty is having MOOC certification, we'll get around 7 to 10 marks. So that is the another introduction. So first one introduction is membership. Second one, faculty is resource person, and the third major difference in contribution is MOOC. Okay, faculty MOOC will be getting 10 marks. And another thing that we have to take care is when we are doing MOOC in NPTEL, we'll be getting a faculty development an FDP certificate. Okay, so if we pay some amount 100 rupees, we'll be getting a faculty development certificate. But the problem with this is, if we are taking that certificate in FDP, okay, showing that certificate in FDP, we cannot claim for MOOC. Okay, so duplication is not allowed. So specifically, they have written in the SAR format that duplication is not allowed. So we need to, if we are having STTP, MOOC, FDP, if we are having, that will be considered as FDP, only FDP, not considered as MOOC. Okay, so that is one thing that we have to take care of about the MOOC certification or NPTEL MOOC. Okay, then FDP organized by the department. This is another major difference that criteria 6 is having. That is how many FDP that the department is organizing. So minimum duration of FDP should be 5 days, and we will be getting 2 points per FDP. For one FDP, we will be getting 2 points, and in an academic year, we can conduct only 4. I mean 2 FDP, 4 marks only will be able to claim. Okay, so organization of FDP or STDP. So this is the another major difference in contribution, faculty contribution. Then next one is faculty support in student innovative projects. So this is also comparatively new, where we have to specify in each academic year what are the innovative projects that student, maybe like in a hackathon, if student participated, if the faculty is supporting it, okay, mentoring it, we can consider it as a faculty supported innovative project. So that fetches you 10 marks. So that is one of the major area that we have to look into, where we have to support and send students for these hackathons or some innovative projects development. Okay, then another major difference. Whenever I tell criteria 6 is completely different and completely new, I always say that another major. It is because everything almost 70 to 80% is new here. Okay, faculty internship and training in industry. So we have to attend, like students, we also have to attend some internships, some training program in the industry. Okay, so major drawback of faculty nowadays is most of us are have directly come into this teaching profession. So when we directly come into the teaching profession, actually we lack so many things. So to incorporate that, we need to go for some internships or trainings or some collaboration with industry. So if we have a collaborated project with an industry, and if we have a paper out of it, that is well and good. Okay, collaboration with industry. So what outcome they are saying is, after this internship and training that the faculty undergo, they should create a paper, okay, a combined paper. Or they should conduct a training related training program in our department. So those kind of things that we need to take care. Not that we just go and attend the training and come back, but what are the things that they look into when they come for NBA audit? Might be like how many papers in collaboration, how many training programs we conducted after that faculty internship in an industry. So this is one of the a challenging area for staff where we need to actually collaborate with industries. And research and development activities, this was there in the old criteria 5, where we had academic research, developmental activity also was there, then sponsored research, consultancy. All first 4 was there, and the 5th one is new, that is the institution seed money for internal research grant. So if some people are doing some research work, how much money the institution is providing. Okay, so if we are talking about the sponsored research, we know that about 2 lakhs we will be getting 1 marks, like that it will be increased. Again, in the same way, institution seed money also above 1 lakh only will be getting marks. Okay, so that for all the 3 academic year combined, they are talking about. So that is one new thing. So how much the institute will be providing research for. Then other things we were doing it. We as civil engineers we can have a lot of consultancy. Then sponsored research that we have to apply, and then we need to find out whether we can get it. Okay, so then criteria 7 is facilities and technical support. This was old criteria 6 as such. There is no difference. Criteria 6 before was facilities and technical support. So about the technical staff, adequacy of labs, additional facilities created. This is same as the old criteria 6, so no difference at all. Maintenance of laboratories, then safety measures. What are the different safety measures in laboratory, project lab, research or research laboratory, details of that. So that is all about criteria 7. Criteria 7 does not contain much new things. Okay, it is all the same. Same. Then criteria 8. Criteria 8 was criteria 8. Now criteria 8 is the old criteria 7. Almost same. The one difference, that is from the old criteria, that is the first year academics, we have taken the action taken to criteria continuous improvement. That continuous improvement of older criteria 8 is now incorporated in this here. Okay, so that is the only difference where we will be evaluating. Okay, so action taken based on the based on COs, POs, and PSOs. So we will be taking whether the COs is attained, what are the shortcomings. We'll be finding out the shortcomings. We'll be giving some programs, and we'll be considering this as an action taken. Okay, so academic audit. Again, the next is academic audit. Academic audit, internal and external audit. For the period of assessment, we have to keep. That was also there in criteria 7, old criteria 7. Then improvement of faculty qualification contribution. Okay, so these two is comparatively slightly new to this scheme, where improvement of faculty qualification. So in CAY -1, -3, do we have number of journals increase, number of faculty members which PhD, whether it got increased, publication. So this is one comparison. Then improvement of academic performance. So we will be comparing this first year, second year, and third year academics in CAY -1, -2, and -3. So we'll be comparing whether there is a constant improvement in the academic performance. This was not there in the older scheme. Okay, so that is a new one in criteria 8. Okay, so criteria 8 is basically about the action taken for not attained COs and POs, POs and PSOs, and academic audit, and improvement in faculty qualification and improvement in academic performance. Okay, so these are the about criteria 8, and the last criteria, that is the only one institute criteria, that is criteria 9. Student support system and governance. When we look into criteria 9, it is actually a combination of criteria 9 and 10, almost complete, with some part of the criteria 8. So criteria 9, it is a combination of older scheme, criteria 9 and 10, almost complete is there, plus some innovation from something from the criteria, older criteria 8. Okay. So first one is first year student faculty FYSFR. It was actually a part of older criteria 8, first year academics. So actually we shifted and we have incorporated into criteria 9, that is institute level, where we'll be calculating the first year student faculty ratio. Okay, so we'll be giving all the sanctioned intake and things like that, and we'll be calculating the YSFR. And criteria 9, older criteria 9, where we have the mentoring system, feedback, training and placement support, startup. So from 9.2 to 9.5 is the older criteria 9. Okay, older criteria 9, almost the same. So we have feedback for teaching training, feedback for facilities, then what are the support we give for training and placement, then startup initiatives. So these are the older criteria 9 as such, almost the same. There is no much difference. Then from 9.6, it is the older criteria 10. So what is governance, transparency, budget of the college, budget of the department, quality of learning resources, e-governance. All these were a part of criteria 10 in the older scheme. And the new thing which is coming is initiative and implementation of sustainable development goals. So we already told that there was a PO related to sustainability. They actually removed the CO related to sustainability and incorporated that sustainable goals everywhere. So in 9 also, what are the implementation? College wise, it is not only about the department. College wise, what are the implementation strategies that we have developed? Then innovative educational initiative and implementation. What all innovation in education, what we are doing. Then faculty performance, that also was a part of 9. Before it was a part of 9. Faculty performance appraisal system. Then outreach activities where we can specifically tell about this NSS and Bharat Abhiyan, and related to society, what all things that the college is doing outside the college that we can incorporate in criteria 9. Okay, so in criteria 9, it is a combination, I already told, it's a combination of 9 and 10, older 9 and 10, with some part from, first part is from the criteria 8, and also the innovation about the sustainable development goal. So what all things the college is doing for the implementation of sustainable development goals. So these are the criteria 9. So we have only 9 criteria, and all the criteria are covered. And if someone is having any query, you can ask.
Any queries, participants?
Somebody was asking about a MOOC in the chat when I was presenting, but I can't see it now. About some MOOC attended and whether it will be considered as MOOC. FDP attended, where it will be considered as MOOC or not. So I can't see it now.
Ma'am, there is one more query. Are you able to see the chat box, ma'am?
I cannot see the chat box actually.
Okay, I'll read it out for you.
Oh, okay, now I can see. I have done S3 MOOC for 6 weeks duration. will it be counted as MOOC? There was no written exam and certificate will be given. Is it specified as MOOC, sir? In the certificate, is it specified as MOOC? If it is specified as MOOC, it will be considered as MOOC.
Ma'am, there is one more question regarding COPO attainment.
Okay, a role of COPO attainment in NBA. Role of that is we will be we have course outcomes for each courses that we are dealing with, and also we will be mapping this CO with PUs. Okay, and together we will be calculating the attainment after one batch is passed out. Okay, so this COPO attainment, we will be keeping it target. We can for each department we can have a different target. It is not always needed that all the POs are attained. Okay, some POs will not be attained. That will be considered as a shortcoming, and we will be giving some extra courses to the next batch or next academic year. We will be incorporating the gaps or not attained POs. We will be incorporating in the next batch and make sure that the POs are attained. As sometimes what happens is the student quality is degrading in civil engineering basically. So it is actually when we consider that this, when we are considering the university exam, one of the factor, the pass percentage might be less, and PO attainment. Actually, it is difficult to attain the PO as greater than 2.1, or that value is difficult to attain. But we actually go for try to attain that PO. That is it, sir.
Any more queries?
I've given my mail ID, so if we have some queries, we can be in touch with the mail.
So to wind up the session, now I invite Ms. Neeraja PG to deliver the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Surya. Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of the organizing team, I would like to sincerely thank Ms. Anna Joseph for taking time to deliver today's informative session on NBA 2024 guidelines. Your session gave us a clear understanding of NBA guidelines and how we as a faculty can better prepare and contribute to the accreditation process. It was truly helpful and relevant for all of us. Thank you once again for your valuable insights and for sharing your expertise with us today. Thank you, ma'am.
Participants, please note, our second session would start at 1:30 p.m. Please join.